Hello, my name is Spiritually Awakened Princess, and I'm doing a reading for Aries in January 2018. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I usually have like all my cards sat down and ready to go, and it's only like an 11-minute, 12-minute reading or something like that. But this time it's going to be a little bit longer, and I'm going to be shuffling during the reading. Okay, so let's see. What's for Aries? January 2018, Aries. January 2018, Aries. January 2018. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. There's a lot of people, a lot of signs actually, that are getting the Seven of Pentacles. It's like the growing of money. It's like the, not the beginning of money, but gradually growing money. So you guys are going to be focusing on work. You guys are going to be, it's not even a promotion card, but at the same time, your money's gradually coming in and you're happy about it. It's a means to an end. It is paying your bills right now. And that's what the main focus is at the beginning. Your finances finally gradually growing and saving some of that money when you can. Aries. Here, speaking of growing the money, Prince of Pentacles. The Prince of Pentacles is like a person that slowly and gradually does their work. It's like slow and steady, but at the same time they shoot for perfection when it comes to work matters. So, for example, like if you work at an office, you try to perfect a lot of things. You try to get the documents right. You try to organize them. You try to put them in order. And you give it to your boss in the correct amount of time. You don't give it to them quicker and unorganized and what have you. But you give it to them in the order that they want it to be in. And you make sure that most, if not all of it, is in, it's perfection. Almost perfection. Okay, so you guys are slow and steady workers, especially in January. It feels like you're finally like gradually getting back into work, maybe even after like a day or two from working, because there's a lot of Aries people that more than likely want to party or have partied for New Year's and all that stuff, and they finally had to get back to work and stuff like that. So this is always a good card, especially with finances, because the Prince of Pentacles also shows that you are saving. You're like starting to know the meaning of saving your money in January, okay? So that's like the beginning of like truly, putting some money on the side and trying to gradually figure out when to buy that car, when to buy certain things, when to buy that house, or go on vacation. You're going to start saving up for something bigger. I'm going to keep going here. Aries. January 2015. Aries. Okay, and it's going to lead you to the Ten of Cups, which is like a happy home, happy family life, being able to, truly benefit from all of this, and your family and whoever lives with you are going to benefit from that as well. Okay, so it's like just overall like happiness here. Okay, so being the Prince of Pentacles and also being having the Seven of Pentacles, okay, it's going to lead you to this happy life, happy home life, happy You see the couple there with the kids and, maybe some family members in the back. It's just like everybody's celebratory and maybe even happy for you that you're finally maybe getting your finances right. Or it's overall just a happy family and finally things are going in the right direction as far as like, your family members within your household or outside the household. It seems like good friends, good family. So far, good reading. Let's see. Aries, January 2018. So for the Aries people, it seems like the beginning of your year of 2018 seems like a great beginning. Okay, 3 of Wands. This reminds me of travel because I mentioned vacation, like saving for a vacation or saving for something big. This is like you guys are getting to the point to save for maybe a big trip of sorts. Saving to move, saving to travel, saving, to finally see that person that you wanted to see for a long time and be able to do something on the side. It's like a very positive card. A very positive movement card. Moving into a really good direction. Either moving away, like saving up to move away, or saving up for, like I said, that vacation. So you guys are leading to something. Maybe your family is like waiting for some money to come in on your side so you can go on the vacation with them, or you might be spreading that money out so you guys can go do something on the vacation or just visit other family members, what have you, or big trip, or just overall like you guys moving away. To a better place. Okay. Also 7 of Cups. Okay. Now this could go different ways since it's right next to that travel card. Now there might be different choices on where you can travel to. Or if you want to take this in a romantic stance, this is different choices of romantic partners that you can have, male or female, of course. And you seem to have like a hefty choice. You have numerous choices, multiple choices, especially in 2018. And I could see like a lot of soulmates probably coming your way. And you'll be able to just date if you want to, especially if you're single. If you're single, you'll be able to date. If you're not single, then this might be just related to the vacation of sorts or just thinking about other partners. Which, let's hope that, people that are in a relationship and they're Aries, let's hope they're not thinking about other partners in that way. Or unless you're in an open relationship, a lot of people are. But at the same time, the 9 of Swords is there. So it feels like you guys are worried about something. You are worried. And the funny thing about it, I haven't been pulling out this extra card, but I noticed the love card here. So it seems like you guys are very much worried about love in general and how that's going. It seems like your work life seems great. Your family life seems pretty good. And when it comes to love, you guys seem pretty worried about where that's going, where that's heading. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're worried about where that can go and where it's going to lead to. You're thinking about it too much in the future wise. And at the same time, it might even get to the point where you're thinking about like, okay, there's better people out there for me. Now, if you're single, Then you're worried about, like, when am I going to find that true partner? When am I going to find, true love? That number one ideal man or woman. But you guys shouldn't worry about that, because it will come to you for those single people out there. And for those that are in a relationship, it's better off, especially right now, you have to figure out who's really important to you. If your partner is really important to you, then you need to figure out how to mend that relationship and how to make it better. If that person's not important to you, then I would recommend you letting go of that person as soon as possible. Reason being is because in 2018, we're focusing on a lot of relationships, and we don't want to waste people's time. If you feel like you need to let that person go, then just let them go. Don't prolong it, because the longer you prolong it, the longer it's going to take for them to find their true partner and for you to find your true partner. All right, let me keep going here. Aries, January 2018. Okay, next to the Ten of Cups, it shows passion. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay? So be open and free to the possibility of passion with your partner or with other people. Okay? Don't be afraid to dabble into fun. Everybody should have fun, especially at the beginning of the year. Find out, like, who really benefits you, who complements you. I said compliments you, okay? Maybe last year or the year before, I would have said complicate, but find somebody that compliments you and benefits you, okay? You deserve happiness just like everybody else does. And for those that are not single, for those in the relationship, this is a possibility of what's missing. So therefore, the Ten of Cups, if you want the Ten of Cups here, a happy home life, happy family life, happy romantic life, then this is what you need. Passion, okay? You need a little more oomph in the bedroom. You need a little more romance, a little more dating and holding hands and hugging and kissing. And that might be missing. Okay. So right here it says codependency. Next to the Seven of Cups, okay? And usually codependency, that's like somebody grasping on or holding on to somebody else because they feel like they need them for some reason. Either they need them for financial reasons, they need them for just filling a void of some sort, okay? So if you feel like you're holding on to somebody or somebody's holding on to you, then maybe you should truly let that go and open up your choices. Okay? Now, for those single people, just watch out for somebody that is very codependent, because it might be within those choices that you have. Or you might be running into somebody that needs a person to latch onto. So be aware. Be aware of this in January. Be aware. You might be dealing with that now, actually. At the top here, it says deception. Okay. So next to the Nine of Cups, or not Nine of Cups, but Nine of Swords. I did not even mention this card. I just pulled it out and didn't say anything. But the Nine of Swords is like being worried, being in your bed, like it's keeping you up late at night. Something's keeping you up late. And sometimes you're crying. Sometimes you're just overwhelmed or over emotional about something or emotional. And the reason for that is because you feel like you've been deceived. Okay? If you can see that there, it says deception at the top. I don't know. There we go. Yeah. So if you feel like you've been deceived, then maybe you should open your options for all those relationship people out there. Not saying that you should open your options while you're in a relationship. You have to break that up first. Because, like I said, 2018 is the year where we're supposed to keep our relationships close, but the ones that benefit us. If the relationship does not benefit you or the other person, then you have to cut it off. Slice it off and be able to move on smoothly and gradually. We don't want to waste anybody's time here. We don't want to, just hold on to something years and years and years, and we know that it's not going to work. That's not the time for it. 2018 is not about that. Okay? I'm going to keep on going, guys. Aries, January 2018. Okay, this also says pay attention to the red flags. I was going to put that up here, like above the card, but because deception and pay attention to the red flags, that is like key. Especially, it feels like it's talking to those in a relationship. Even though Ten of Cups is here, passion. And at the same time, pay attention to the red flags is next to the Three of Wands. Which it could be taken in several different ways. Because if you're planning on traveling, especially with your partner or with your family or whatever, make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. Because you don't want to end up in one of those situations where something happens and you're on high alert and police are coming around. Well, that's one way you could take it. The other way you could take it is in a relationship stance, okay? Just pay attention to what that person is doing, especially if you feel like they're deceiving you or if they have cheated on you or vice versa. Just pay attention to all this. And if you're single for that reason, then don't be afraid to open yourself to love. Even though there might be like one codependent person out of the bunch, doesn't mean that it's going to, or that person is going to gradually come to you. Just make sure to open your eyes and don't end up in a situation where you have to keep on, be on the lookout every single time that the person's on their phone or they're, walking away trying to call somebody. Like, you don't want to be paranoid. You just want to make sure that you're not dealing with somebody that's wasting your time. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Let's see. Aries. Oh, here we go. Finances and career. Right there. Because you can see at the beginning, that's where it's leading to. Finances and career, the Seven of Pentacles right next to each other. So that is your main focus at the beginning of the year, okay? That's what you want to focus on. And all this extra stuff doesn't have to be necessary, but it's going to be in your January in your life, probably a continuation of this. But you want to be able to get out of these type of like crazy relationships, especially if you feel like they're going awry and not going your way. And for those that are single, make sure you stay away from any codependent people or anybody that's like, trying to cheat, or you don't want to be deceived or in a deception situation either, okay? Where somebody's not telling you feelings, where somebody's like, doing something behind your back, blah, blah, blah. You don't want that at all. Avoid it as much as possible if you can. I'm going to pull out 2 more cards for you guys. Aries, January 2018. So, from seeing all the cards right now, I recommend that you guys focus on just family and relationship matters if you're single. Now, if you're in a relationship, try to mend it as much as possible. Try to see like what you can do to make it better. That is, if you want to stay with that person. If you do not, then I recommend that you break it off as soon as possible. Don't waste that person's time and just let it go smoothly. Now, this card says rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. So keep that in mind when you're working. Don't overwork yourself to the point where you feel like you're completely exhausted. You don't want to be exhausted at any point in time. Because if you are, then you're pretty much up at night not getting any sleep anyway, because you have like some sort of anxiety. You're just thinking about too many things. You have to get that together. So far, at least the bottom looks really good. Some of the stuff at the top concerns me, but the bottom looks good, okay? So there's still a lot to work on when it comes to Aries. There's still too much that you guys are thinking about, and I feel like this is just an overwhelming feeling that I'm getting from people in Aries. 2018 is probably not the way to start it, but at the same time, I feel like February on down, it will get better. Okay, this one. Suffering in silence. That's the last card there. So that also brings me to the 9 of Swords, because it's almost, look at this, 9 and 9. Don't you think that's the same card? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so you guys are still thinking about something that's giving you a lot of anxiety. It's keeping you up at night. It's keeping you worried. Okay? Don't over worry about this stuff. Do not. Okay? Don't even put it in your head whatsoever. All right? You're fine. You're good. Just be able to relax. And that's what it's saying here. Rest and relaxation is essential. Because if you can't relax, then how the heck are you going to be able to focus on other things that make you a better person? A better mother, a better father, a better, partner, a better family member. If you're suffering in silence, you might want to be able to talk to friends and family about this so you're able to get some sleep, so you're able to relax. Because if you're not relaxing in 2018, then when are you going to relax? Will it happen? All right, that's the end of it. That is the end of it. Like I said, I recommend that Aries is able to calm down, is able to just, gradually focus on work, focus on family, get your vacations in, work on your relationships, trying to mend it together. Don't worry about anything that's outside. Don't worry about the past. Let it go. Especially if you want your romantic relationships to work. You got to let it go and just be able to either move on from that person or be able to just mend the relationship so it can benefit both of you guys. Okay. All right. We're good to go. And make sure to subscribe. Watch my other videos if you like. And bye.